Hello everyone, in this video we're going to see the solution to the Codeforces problem minimum product, which is problem B of Codeforces round 667 division 3. Okay, so in this problem we're given four integers a, b, x and y. A is greater than equal to x, b is greater than equal to y. Now we can do the following operation no more than n times. We can choose either a or b and decrease it by 1, but using this we cannot make the value of a less than x, so we have to keep the value of a greater than equal to x, and we cannot make b less than y. So we have to keep the value of b greater than equal to y. Now our task is to find the minimum possible product of a into b, meaning we have to minimize a into b. Okay, applying the operation no more than n times. So obviously we're going to do it n times, exactly n times. Why? Because we want to minimize it. So we will do the operation as much as possible. So we're going to use fully n times. Now, normally if we want to minimize the product, so what we can do is we can simply take one number and make it as minimum as possible and the product will be minimized, right? But here the constraints are a has to be greater than equal to x, b has to be greater than equal to y, and we can do it only n times. So let's just look at this. So basically what we're given is we're given a, b, x and y, and we're given n, meaning we can perform the operation n times. Okay, now a is greater than equal to x and we have to keep it that way, b is greater than equal to y and we have to keep it that way. So like I said, let me just increase this. Yeah, so like I said, I want to minimize one number as much as possible. Okay, so how will I do that? Can I just check whether a is less than b or b is less than a and then minimize it? No, I will see what is the minimum value I can make a into and what is the minimum value I can make b into. So how does that work? So I will say int min1, which is, this is a variable min1, so this will be the minimum value I can make a into. Likewise int min2, which will be minimum value I can make b into. Okay, now how do I calculate min1 and min2? So suppose if a minus n is greater than equal to x, so we can simply subtract n fully from a, meaning we can perform the operation n times on a, so that will give a its minimum value, right? And what will be that? That value will be a minus n. But suppose a minus n is less than x, so we cannot perform it n times, but we can make it equal to x. So in that case minimum will be x. So this is the minimum value I can make a into performing n operations, performing less than equal to n operation. Now this is min1. Now let's calculate min2 likewise. So if b minus n greater than equal to y, then I can just subtract n from b, meaning I can perform the operation n times on b. So min2 will be b minus n. Else I can make it equal to y. So min2 equal to y. So now I have min1 and I have min2. So which is the minimum value I can make a into and the minimum value I can make b into. Now that's it. The question is pretty much finished. So if min1 is less than min2, then what do we do? Else what do we do? So let's just see. This is just a pseudo code. I will move to my own code afterwards. So if min1 is less than min2, meaning that simply let's first reduce a. So let's reduce a first. Then if n is still remaining, use it on b. That's it, right? So how do we do that? So if this is there, if suppose if a minus n is greater than equal to x, then we cannot do anything. So if a minus n is greater than equal to x, so n is not remaining, we used n fully, right? So in this case we can simply see out the answer, we can simply print the answer. I'll write print. So in this case I'm simply writing the answer, which will be a minus n into b, right? Why is that? Because I used fully n on a, because I was seeing that subtracting n from a was giving me my min1. Okay, perfect. But suppose that n is still remaining, so a will be x, right? We can make a into x, we cannot make it lower than that. Remaining I'll use on b. So what will I do to b? Again I'll check the same thing. If b, first of all I'll do n is equal to n minus, what will be the remaining operations? Remaining operations will be n minus x minus a minus x, right? So these many operations will be remaining. Now these operations I will use on, like I said, if n is still remaining, I will use it on b. So to use it on b, I'll just say the same thing. If b minus n is greater than equal to y, so b is equal to b minus n, I'll use it on it fully. Else, and this is inside, else b is equal to y. So I've reduced the value of a and b, and then I can just simply say the answer, and I'll print the answer, which will be a into b. Okay. Likewise, suppose min2 is less than min1, then nothing, I just have to do the same thing. First reduce a, reduce b, because min2 is reducing b, so we'll first reduce b, and if n is remaining, use it on a, and that's it. Now if min2 equal to min1, does it make a difference? No, because if min2 equal to min1, we'll get the same answer, either we use a first or we use b first. So that's all. In case you haven't understood anything, let's go to my code, you'll understand. Okay, so this is my code. Like first I'm taking a, b, x and y. So first I'm calculating min1 and min2, which is the minimum value I can make a into and I can make b into. So if a minus n is greater than equal to x, so minimum will be a minus n, meaning that I'm fully using n on a. Otherwise I can make a into x, which is the minimum. Min2, now I'm checking if b minus n is greater than equal to y, so min2 will be b minus n, I'm fully using n on b, otherwise I can make it into y. Now if min1 is less than min2, then I'm reducing a first. So I'm checking if a minus n is greater than equal to x, use n fully on a minus n into b will be the answer. Else n is equal to n minus a minus x, because I used a minus x to turn a into x, and so a finally becomes x. Remaining I use on b. Likewise, else I first reduce b, so if b minus n is greater than equal to y, so the answer will be b minus n into a, because I used n fully on b. Else I use b minus y operations on b to make it into y, b will be y, and the remaining operations out of n, I'll perform it on a, and a into b will be the answer after reducing. So that's all guys, I'll give a link to my code in the description, you can check it out, and if you have any doubts you can ask in the comments. So that's all, thank you.